Hi, it's White Dove E-Store again, and today we are going to be going over the Gibson SG standard. It's really an honor to be able to present this to you today. This is not just a regular SG. This is it's I don't know if you noticed, it's the beautiful heritage cherry finish. It has a well-matched two-piece body. It's really hard to find a seam. And of course, we're going to go over, I'll show you that later. We'll kind of go over where the seam is at. You see it has all chrome hardware. But the pickups were upgraded with Gibson Classic 57 neck and 57 plus bridge PAF humbuckers. So PAF humbuckers. And I took photos of it when the pick guard was changed on this. I took photos of the back of the pickup so you can see it, but that's not the only thing. The wiring electronics have also been upgraded with RS Vintage Work electronics kit. So the electronics in it itself have been changed. I do not have the old humbuckers that were in it, but I do have the old pots, so they do come with it. Let me see. Zoom in so you can see the back of the logo, Gibson. I don't know if you can see the number on it, but these do come with it. I'm just going to include them with it in case you need it for anything at all. But the entire guitar was upgraded. This is not just an SG standard. It does come with the strap locks as well. You see the strap locks. In a minute, we're about to go over the entire body of the guitar. Let me just show you the paperwork. Here we go. This is the paperwork that came with the guitar. This is for the case. As you can see, the case still has not been unlocked. It still has the thing in the case. Here is the pre-packed checklist from Gibson on the guitar, so that you can see it. And then the Gibson Gold warranty I can't talk, please forgive me today, pamphlet. So that's all in the case. This is the original hard shell case as well that comes with the guitar. So let's get into the guitar. This is a bad SG. This thing, it sings. I was just playing around with it earlier. New strings that are on it. I don't like the strings. I think they're a little too thick for me. You probably noticed in the lead work. This is a brand new pick guard. If it looks dull, it's for that reason. Here you can see I'm pulling this off right here. You see this? This is the plastic. The plastic has not been pulled off, so any of these marks, those are my marks right here. I was just messing around with it earlier. And this thing, man, this thing is bad. Okay, so let's, like I always do, let's go over the body of this guitar. I upgraded my halogen lamp. So now I've got this 500 watt halogen, and there's a reason for it. Because I want to be known for just absolutely accurate descriptions on every single guitar that I sell. And the reason why I want to do that is because, first, we're a Christian organization. The money that we get, we fund different people's life with. We try to meet the needs of people who, I'll give you an instance. There was a man who lost his wife, 50-something years old. He has a young daughter, needed a vehicle, and so we end up buying the vehicle. But I only say that because I want you to know that when you're buying stuff from us, we try to keep our prices reasonable. But that money, the money that you're giving us, not only funds what we're doing as far as personally, but it's funding other people's lives as well. Right now, we're trying to get another vehicle for a gentleman who graduated seminary. He lost his mom about a year and a half ago. Lost his dad when he was really young. And he really doesn't have the money for it. So we're trying to do that. And just as an example of what I'm talking about, an accurate item description, we actually bought a Cadillac Eldorado. It was in New Hampshire. I called the guy ahead of time, asked him if it could be stickered and everything like this. The guy promised me it could. We were buying it for this person to give as a charity gift. And what ended up happening, I went up there, I test drove it, and the check engine light was on, smelled like burning oil. I drove it, it was automatic transmission. It smelled like I could smell the clutches in the automatic transmission. The air ride, everything. It was an older Cadillac Eldorado, supposed to be low mileage. But that's my point. This is the point to the story is I want to have accurate item descriptions. When you see this SG and we go over the entire body, the entire neck, I don't want you to contact me and say, hey, Craig, by the way, how come you didn't say something about this? And so to avoid that, that's why I have this ginormous halogen work lamp that they do night work with. And that's why we're about to go over the entire body. And you're going to see that I'm going to take the side view of this, just like this, so that you can see every scratch on this guitar. Because it doesn't matter to me. I want it to sell, but ultimately, it's not the purpose. I want you to buy something that you're happy with. I want you to buy something you know what you're purchasing. So let's go over this. Let's start with. Okay, first let me start with the serial number. Here's the serial number. Let me try to zoom into this so that you can see it. 0255603506. And if my memory serves me correct on a Gibson, it's the first and the fifth number, so that would make this an 06 SG standard. Here's the Gibson Deluxe tuners on the back. You see the made in USA. Now? Let me just show you before I forget, because I know I mentioned that I was going to show you earlier. I want to show you just the seamless. See if you could see the seam in this where this was put together. I mean, it was really, really well put together. It's just so tight. You see it? I mean, they did a really, really good job on this specific SG standard. I think it was just a wonderfully designed guitar. Most of the time you'll see me listing Fenders because we can take the necks off and we can ship them internationally, but we're going to start branching out to what you guys want and what the Lord provides. So let me do this. I'm trying to be careful with the finish of this guitar, and I have smudge marks all over it. So the only thing I really see on this guitar is light surface scratch, and I'm going to put this up on my knee and I'm going to try to angle it. Okay, so you see here's the finish of the guitar, and let me see if I can bring some of the surface scratches out. If you see that hazing at the bottom, that's from me holding it right there. So that's not marks. There's one mark that's come across. Let me do this. It's very difficult to try to do all of this. At one time, I wish I had somewhere I could put it with the light and everything, but I really honestly don't, so I have to do this. I know it's probably making the video a little bit longer than it could be, but ultimately, okay, see, now there you go. You see how it's all gone? It was just, now I do see some just very, very minor surface scratches, just very, very minor. Do you see them right there? They're not through the finish. If I look right above, you're not going to see it at all, you see? But as I angle it, you see it right around the jack and right above the strap lock. You see it right there. So it's just very, very minor surface scratches, and it just around the knobs a little bit too. I mean, like I said, if I put you right over the top of it, you really don't see it. You just see the glow of the finish. And so I'm trying to list it the best way that I can within reason, so that you know exactly whether it's a deep scratch, whether it's not. Again, the pick guard is brand new. It's been replaced. I do see, let's see, I don't know, down here you see this? This again is where I was holding it, so I'm just gonna try to go over this. I know this video is probably pretty long, but the best part about it is we're about to take this and we're gonna play. So see, now there's a little bit right there above the pick guard. You see it? And you should hear this thing with those new humbuckers in it. They are way, way better. You can get really distorted, and it doesn't, what do you call it? It doesn't like drown out. It doesn't fade out and just get really liquid where you really can't distinguish what's what. And so here we go. Here's the back. Now, as you can see, besides my fingerprints again, I thought I wiped them off. There is hardly any buckle rash at all on this. You see it? There's just a little bit of surface scratch, just a little bit. There's some right across the tone cover plate right there, and maybe a little bit below right there, below it. See it? I don't know. The light might be on it. Just a little bit there. Here's the top. Here's the top of the SG. And let me see if I can just set that there. In the horns. I mean, it's just really, this is one beautiful guitar. This Heritage Cherry, oh man, it's just really, really neat. So I'm trying to grab it without, and I'm putting my hands right in the horns. But then when I show you the horns, it looks all like it needs to be buffed out in its haze, but it's really not. Okay, so here's the bottom. And we'll tune it again when I get a chance, because I've been putting it back in the case, wiping it off. And here's the where the strap lock by the strap lock. Oops. And see, I was holding it just there, so let me see if I can just get that with my shirt. I don't know if I got it or not. So this is her. She is one beautiful guitar. And now let me just show you the. Let me see if I can tilt this sideways. Let me just show you these frets. There's really hardly any fret wear at all. Zoom right in on it. I bought a new camera for this purpose. I didn't like the other camera. You really couldn't tell. There we go. You really couldn't tell what some of this when you got really close. So here's the frets. So you can see them. I mean, it's been really kept well. And so that's it. Maybe before I forget, here's the headstock. But I think I've seen some, yeah, right here. Right there where it looks like somebody was restringing, and you can see where a little bit, man, that lamp's hot. Right around where the tuning pegs are, you see them? There's just, it looks like little small surface scratches from the strings. The top, and over here on that top one, it looks like just a small, let me turn it a little bit. Small scratch beside that tuning peg. You see it? See if I can zoom in on it right there. See it? Let's see. I'm trying to be as anal as I can with this SG. So this is it. Okay, so I'm going to set this here. I'm going to put this on pause for a minute, and I'm going to hook the guitar up to the amp and everything. I see that I have 13 minutes on it. Maybe I should just show you the case. This is the original case with it too. But I want to put it on pause because I don't want this long and drawn out for you. I mean, I know it is already. So here's the case. Let me zoom back in. Okay, so here's the case. A beautiful case that comes with it. Let me put you on pause just for a second. Here we go. It's me again. So I have this beautiful SG upgraded pickups to the 57s. Classics. We are really going to, if you notice, I'm not really trying to show you my face. I want to show you this guitar, man. This thing really, it'll rock. It really will. It's nice. So let's see. Let's just go. So here's so that you know that none of them are scratching. Tone knobs, volume. something, loop it through. We have 15 minutes. I'm probably killing you with the time, I'm sorry, but I want to make sure you know what this guitar can do. So what I'm gonna do, let's just record. I'm adding a little bit of effects to it. I know the effects don't come with the guitar, but I'm gonna add effects so that we can basically, what we can do is just solo over the top of it with distortion. I'm gonna flip this all the way down to the bridge pickup. So that's what I'm gonna do. So let's just record something real easy. I'm gonna do something maybe in A minor, and then we'll do something different in G, just so that we can mess around with it. Okay, here we go. So here we go. I'm gonna use overdrive. It's gonna be loud. And so let's just take this off, and let's just do something in this. Let's just record something in distortion right quick. Okay, now I'm sure it's probably out of tune now, because like I said, it has brand new strings, but man, this thing, it will rock. I hope you got enough of a view of the guitar to know what you're getting. It wasn't too bad, a little bit. I really appreciate your time. White Dove Ministries, E-Store, signing off.